Ego problem. The problem that enslaves you, the problem that hurts you, and the problem that keep you in the loop of sufferings. Hi beautiful souls, I'm Bithika. Welcome to my channel Divine Healing. If you're a subscriber watching this, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're somebody new watching me for the first time, welcome to my channel. Ego problem. Today we will decode what exactly ego is, why it is a problem, what is its purpose in our life, and how or what we can do with it. First, ego. Ego is a old and popular word that we all are familiar with. We all almost use these words very often, but we seems like don't know the real things, real meaning of this particular word. And particularly so many connotations has been used with this particular word, and that makes us really confused about what exactly ego is. Plain and simple. Ego is an acquired version of you that makes you feel that it is your true authentic self. That is a plain and simple description of an ego. It's attach you with an identity which is acquired, which is false, and make you feel like that is your true authentic identity. Basically, its purpose is to attach you to a wrong image of you. Now, let's see some commonly used statements that we use in our daily life. Some people say that person is very egoistic, he or she is very egoistic. We have ego problem in relationship. Sometimes some ego is good for us. The whole family is egoistic. So these are certain statements that we use about ego on our day-to-day life. Let me remind you something. Ego falls under the 5 vices of life. That is lust, greed, anger, attachment, and ego. So certainly it is not a good thing because it falls under the 5 vices that binds us in this world. So this is the explanation of ego, description of ego, and where it falls. Now let's understand more deeper way. To understand the deeper meaning of ego and what it is, let me ask you a question. A simple question. Who are you? If I face to face ask you this question, who are you? You will certainly answer, I am this, I am that, your name. Or you will say, I am a student, I am a teacher, I am a professional. These are your answers. Or you can also say, I am an Indian, I belong to this religion, I am Hindu, I am Muslim, I am Sikh. Or you will always say, if you have any bigger achievements in life, like I am a scholar, I am a doctorate. So these will be your answers in general, right? If I ask you, who are you? So primarily, if you're asked who are you, you will generally link yourself with the thing that is acquired or possessed by you. Your surname, your nationality, your religion, your profession, your achievements. That's what you do. That's an acquired thing, right? You have not born as a professor, you have not born as a scholar. So if you acquired it, and you will identify yourself with that. So just notice here. Every time you ask who are you identify yourself with a label. In general, most people will always identify themselves with these attached labels. And that is the true motto of ego is to give us a wrong sense of identity. And by giving so, it generates ego. Now, another most important work of ego is to confuse you between I and my. How? If I ask you, who are you? You will say, I am so and so. If I ask you, who are you again? You will say, I am a working professional, or I am a teacher, I am a professor. When I say, who are you? And you say, I am this and that, you actually means my name is this and that. When I say, who are you? You say, I am this professional, or I am a teacher. You actually mean that my profession is a teacher. So, what is this I? This I is your true authentic self. This I is, I am human, I'm happy, I am abundant, I am a human being. This is your true authentic self. But the purpose of ego is to confuse you between my and I. I is your true authentic self, my is your acquired self. But ego makes you confuse with the two. Your acquired labels becomes your identity. Now we understood how ego creates confusion between I and my. Why? It creates the difference in order to create separation between people, in order to create separation between human beings with their false sense of identity, to make them feel proud or superior of the other. Simple. I talk about that we all are one, we belong to one consciousness, but this ego creates separation. That is the top priority of an ego, is to separate you from yourself, your true authentic self, and from others who are all same. We all are human. Everybody, we all will say, I am a human being, I am abundant, I am loved. But the work of ego is to separate us by creating false identity and labels, and with that labels, some feel superior of the other. Ego. Now let's understand the second most important work of ego in our life. Ego will conceal your true identity by creating emotional attachment with things, people, and objects outside you. True. If you buy a car, will you say that I am the car? No, you will not say I'm the car, because that's not your true authentic self. You will say, this is my car. And when you say my car, you feel like, oh, this is my car, this is so close to me. Somebody scratches a car, your heart will start paining. This is what the ego will do to you. It will attach you to an outside object or person or situation in such a way that it will make you feel pain. Now, why it attach you? Why? It is attaching you with outside object. It attach you with outside object, things, people, to make you emotionally dependent on that person, object, situation, and things. Simple. It has a huge work actually in your life. You see how much it is controlling you. Now, why dependency? What is its purpose? Why dependency? Why? मतलब कोई काम नहीं ego का, बस आके dependency create कर रहा है. Ego creates attachments with object, things outside to create dependency on those object, people, circumstance, and situation. The dependency is created to create fear in people. Attachment, dependency, fear. This is the true purpose of ego in human life. To create fear in you. The fear of losing people, reputation, being alone, fear of insecurity, fear of everything, health, self-image, fear of literally everything. When we are attached to something, when we are dependent on something, we are fearful about losing it. And from the root, that is the work of ego. Simple. If you are somebody who is in a very high position in a company, it will always create that false image in you, because if you are in that false image, you will always fear of losing it, and hence you have this fear. You will always work on being there, keeping yourself separated from other beings, making yourself feel like I'm so superior, I'm so great. Fear. The main purpose of ego in human life is fear. You feel fearful about things, fearful about situation. Why? From where it comes? It comes from the ego. So this video, the purpose of this video was actually to make you aware what ego is, what it is doing to us, and what we should do with it. Your sense of pride of a label your sense of pride, of feeling superior, is nothing but your ego. And the purpose of your ego, what you're feeling pride about, is actually generating fear in you. You might be thinking, oh, I did such amazing thing in this world. But internally, that insect of ego in you is creating fear in you, because ego loves to stay in the comfort of fear. The more you're fearful, it helps to grow. It grows. It will stick to you for the rest of your life. I hope this video will shed some light in your life. In the next video, I will discuss some more purpose of ego in our life. So for that, do subscribe this channel. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.